I think that a lot of people are looking at these dating coaches nowadays, and a lot of them have good advice, but a lot of them are immature or they're out of touch. Like the Fresh and Fit, you know, they got called out because they think that women should be loyal to them, basically, and then they can go out and be with other women, no problem. You got like Undied Chronic, who he says no hymen, no diamond, and that means he expects a woman to be a virgin, or else he's not going to marry them. But he's out here, he's bragging about all the girls that he's having relations with. And you got Rollo Tomasi, who I really respect Rollo, but he says that men should be spinning plates, and I just wonder if he believes that. Is his wife okay with him spinning plates? I get the whole one night is you don't want to be, in my opinion, in this world. What I've come to realize and understand is you don't want to be 100% attached to anything or anyone, because anything can be taken away, or anyone can be taken away at a blink of an eye. And you might have a partner that you really cherish, and you know, and they leave you. Well, if you want 100% emotionally into this person, especially as a man, and you have this mentality, because I used to have this, is like, well, look at all the good things I've done for this woman, and they mean nothing to her. It's like, they're not a bank, you know, like, they don't care about what you've done for them in the past. All that means nothing to them. And now you went 100% emotionally into this person, and they left you, and now you are decimated. I just think that you have to try. It's hard because we're attached to things or outcomes or people. The best way to strive for is to try to be unattached to outcomes, and this is something I'm struggling with personally. When it comes to my music, and now I put out something, and I'm like, nobody's really gonna listen to it. But when I first started putting it out there, I was like, oh man, a lot of people are gonna listen to this, and they're gonna wake up, and you know, I don't really have that attachment no more. I just make it because I like to make it. And if somebody can relate to it, that's freaking awesome. But to be attached to people, what you have to understand is men and women are attracted to each other differently. Women are attracted to men for a lot of different, for what we could do for them predominantly. You know, they're not our mother, right? You know, we can't just go and tell them our feelings, like, and expect them to be like, oh, like a shoulder to cry on. We can't do that with our partner, but we have to be that for them. And we're attracted to them. It's mostly it's ego driven. And I had somebody that I was talking to. She was a friend, and she was telling me that a lot of guys strive for female validation, and a lot of these life coaches say that women should be like a compliment. You should go for the excellence, and then the woman is like an accessory. But then they act like the woman validation means nothing to them. But at the same time, these content creators are predominantly talking about dating videos. Like, that's what they're talking about. They're always talking about women. But then they want to say, oh, this and that. But it's just like, why is all your videos talking about female attraction, this and that, which is cool. But you're lying to your audience and yourself if you think that men just don't want female validation, because we do. It really feeds our ego. Funny thing is, I was watching this guy. I really like Coach Greg Adams. He's a YouTuber on. He's really cool. He's really relatable to me. And I seen somebody in the comments say, like, when a girl comes into the gym, all of a sudden, like on a basketball court, guys become like AI or Kobe, and I can relate to that big time. But it's not just for females. It's like when I see somebody come in that I haven't seen before, I'm like, I get a little bit extra energy and desire to start showboating and doing different dribbling moves and stuff like that. It's because we, both men and women, we want validation. That's what we want. If you don't want validation from, or like appreciation from another human, then why are you a part of society anyway? Why aren't you just off doing your own thing? Most people do. We're human. I think that validation drives us to do things. Whether it's a woman changing her hairstyle to try to get validation from her man, or buying a new clothes for her husband to appreciate, or a man doing something nice for his wife because he likes that validation. And I think that a lot of people nowadays are not getting that, especially children. And it's going to be interesting what happens in this next generation. A lot of people aren't getting that validation or attention, and it's making them cold. And that's why this world is getting colder and colder, and more selfish and more self-driven. Yeah.